What's up, guys? Mickle here. And over the past couple days, there has been a ton of drama about a company that is very close to Ripple called Polysign. Well, in this video, I want to talk about what is going on with Polysign because there's been some early indications that they could be going bankrupt. There's been rumors swirling around also that Polysign could hold the XRP escrow. In this video, I want to go over everything we need to know about Polysign, whether or not this is some black swan coming to the XRP ledger, or whether it's something we don't need to worry about. I also want to talk about a brand new clip of Gary Gensler talking about the Bitcoin spot ETFs. Guys, I have been saying for a while on this channel that Bitcoin spot ETFs are going to be the signal for big money, that institutions can now step foot in the cryptocurrency market, and it's time to start investing aggressively back into these assets. I want to show you something shocking that Gary Gensler just said about the Bitcoin spot ETF in this video. This is something you need to see. Like always, your support means so much to this channel. If you enjoy these videos, make sure to take a quick second to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's really going to help me out so much. Also, if you ever need a good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out my favorite exchange, Uphold, down in the description of this video. Guys, as you can see, Uphold is currently giving away 100,000 XRP. This giveaway is almost over. Guys, if you watch my videos and don't have an account with Uphold yet, I highly suggest you do that because you do not want to miss out on 100,000 XRP. With that said, though, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. Now, I want to start with the Bitcoin spot ETF news because, as we have seen, the cryptocurrency market really is ready to rip. We have seen Bitcoin go from 16,000 to 40,000, XRP from the low 20-cent range to the 60-cent range. Cryptocurrencies are absolutely gaining a ton of momentum, but we're still exiting this time period where there's been a ton of uncertainty around cryptocurrencies. FTX, Terra Luna, all these different companies going bankrupt, really destroying the credibility of the cryptocurrency industry. And if you asked me a year ago whether or not I thought big institutions were going to be stepping foot in this industry in the near future, I would have said absolutely not. I was really worried the damage done by Terra Luna and FTX was going to be extremely long lasting and push cryptocurrency adoption, or at least institutional adoption, back 3 to 4 years. But what we are right around the corner from is something absolutely critical in making sure this industry does get the adoption, and that is the Bitcoin spot ETF. Guys, the Bitcoin spot ETF is going to signal to big institutions that it is time for this industry to finally go prime time. And one of the biggest hurdles we have had for a Bitcoin spot ETF is this ugly, you know what, right here. Sometimes it's hard on this YouTube channel. I can't swear. That one was close. But this guy right here, Gary Gensler, has absolutely been our biggest issue to passing these Bitcoin spot ETFs. If you're watching this channel right now thinking, oh, Mickle, why do I care about the Bitcoin spot ETF? I just care about an XRP spot ETF. Guys, this is going to create a path for all the other ETFs in the future. If you think it's going to stop at a Bitcoin spot ETF, you do not understand the bigger picture here. This is the first of many ETFs. When Ripple goes public in the future, don't you think the institutions are going to want to say, hey, not only should you buy this Ripple IPO, but you should also buy our XRP spot ETF, the cryptocurrency this company Ripple uses for cross-border payments. Of course, they're going to have an XRP spot ETF, but it's all going to start with the Bitcoin spot ETF. And that's why whether or not you hold Bitcoin or not, it is so important to understand the significance of this product passing so that more products can get through in the future. I want to play you this clip of Gary Gensler, though, because I want to point out a very important shift in what he's saying here that makes me think these Bitcoin spot ETFs are pretty much already approved. Listen up to this.
Approval process going for a spot Bitcoin ETF. I know you're facing a window in early January. What does that look like?
Well, Sarah, we have, I think it's between 8 and a dozen filings. I'm a chair of a commission. I'm not to prejudge anything, so that's going through the process right now. And as you might know, we had in the past denied a number of these applications, but the courts here in the District of Columbia weighed in on that. And so we're taking a new look at this based upon those court rulings.
Market's excited about it. You're referring to the approval.
So he says right there that we have denied these products before in the past. The courts weighed in on it, and now we're taking a new look. Guys, The courts weighed in on it by saying that the SEC was acting arbitrary and capricious in terms of denying this product. To me, this sounds so obvious that the SEC is getting ready to approve these products. Guys, this could be the start of something absolutely massive. When institutions are fighting to market Bitcoin to their customers, what is going to happen is an evaporation of Bitcoin off the spot market. Spot Bitcoin is going to disappear as it gets sucked into these ETFs, making the price of Bitcoin rip. And it is not going to stop at Bitcoin. Every single bull market we have ever been through in crypto starts with Bitcoin and then goes to the altcoins, and XRP every single time is one of the top performers. The same liquidity getting injected into Bitcoin because of these ETFs is going to flow to XRP as investors realize XRP will be one of the next ETFs offered up and approved by the SEC. Guys, this is an amazing sign that the bull market we are in right now has fundamental news behind it. It's not just hype. We are watching brand new investors who have never touched cryptocurrencies before enter the scene. And guys, I think this is just a start. Right now, all the news is around Bitcoin. It's around the first cryptocurrency ETF, Spot ETF, being approved in the United States. But this is just a start. Just imagine what Wall Street is going to think when they get by the whole Bitcoin thing and then they say, wait, there's a cryptocurrency out there actually being used by institutions, actually being used by payments, actually being used by one of the fastest growing fintech companies on earth. And that cryptocurrency is XRP. To us, that looks like a cryptocurrency that has more utility and is easier for us to sell our customers. Guys, I think that's the moment when we really see institutional investors start to wrap their head around what cryptocurrencies can do for the next generation financial system. But this, to me, is an important building block and proof we are a lot closer than many people think. I just wanted to show you this real quick. It's kind of unrelated, but this is absolutely a problem for Bitcoin that no one's really talking about. And that's that Bitcoin really isn't decentralized. It's distributed, but not decentralized. This is the validation power for the Bitcoin network. And as you can see, most of the validation power for the Bitcoin network is made up of 4 players. This is not decentralized. This is very centralized among 4 players, but it's infinitely distributed, right? I could run a Bitcoin miner. I would be on this chart. You would just never see me, but I don't have any power. I just wanted to point this out because the only thing Bitcoin maxis run their entire campaign on why Bitcoin's so great is decentralization, but it's absolutely not decentralized. It's distributed. So I just wanted to point this out because like a lot of people, right, hear me talk about the Bitcoin spot ETFs and think, oh, well, he's not saying anything good about XRP. He's only talking about Bitcoin. Guys, the reason I talk about the Bitcoin spot ETF is because it's institutional adoption of crypto, not just Bitcoin. Bitcoin has massive problems. I don't think it's going to scale to what XRP could ever do because of fundamental things like this. But the Bitcoin spot ETF, for bringing in liquidity to this industry, in bringing in new investors and speculators, is going to be one of the most important things we have seen in a very long time. And I want to finish this video off and quickly talk about Polysign. Guys, there has been a lot of drama around Polysign. And for those of you who don't know what Polysign is, it's essentially a cryptocurrency custodian company that David Schwartz himself is actually on the board of. And earlier this week, we got news that Polysign could be going bankrupt. Now, this was shocking to me because I have listened to countless interviews of this Polysign CEO, and this dude is a stud. He is extremely smart. He has really, really enticing products. It's essentially an institutional platform for trading cryptocurrencies, stocks, all different kinds of securities with the custody to actually tokenize all these different assets. It's a really, really cool product. I'm not going to go into extreme detail here, but the fact that this product is going to disappear out of thin air and Polysign would go bankrupt was absolutely shocking to me, especially when you dig into it and find out that Polysign was only short of $25 million, which to us, right, $25 million is a lot, but I mean, we're talking about a company, Ripple here, who's close to Polysign, who has $1 billion on their balance sheet and has a $250 million NFT creator fund. So Ripple could easily fill the hole. I think people in the XRP community could fill the hole. David Schwartz alone could fill the hole. So the whole Polysign news to me right now is very weird. I don't know if there's something more going on here than meets the eye, but I just wanted to point out a couple things that aren't being talked about in the mainstream right now. because if you have heard about this, you've probably heard a lot of FUD. But one thing David Schwartz said the other day, he said, I'm doing everything I can at this time to save Polysign. And then someone else kind of posted this meme of Bart essentially throwing at a cake that said, at least you tried. And he said, I hope I don't wind up feeling like this when it's over. So it seems like David Schwartz is trying pretty hard to save Polysign. And some other XRP community members have also noticed that some of the debt default notices are being pulled off websites. So does this mean Polysign is saved right now? Personally, I have no idea. I don't think things would move that fast. I will say, based on everything I have seen, right? Polysign seems like a game-changing company. It seems like a really good product. Institutions are not going to build their own custody solutions. They're not going to build their own interfaces, their own UIs. They're going to rely on other players to do that. That's what Polysign was building. There are so many crappy cryptocurrency companies out there that survive. I am just mind blown that Polysign, this great company with these great professionals and these great ideas, wasn't able to get any traction to the point where they're running out of money with infinite sources of money surrounding them. There has to be more than meets the eye here. I personally think if I was to take a random bet, Polysign would survive this. I can't see this company just disappearing, but we're going to have to wait and see. Whether or not this has any impact on the XRP escrow, because that was also being speculated on, guys, it doesn't. The XRP escrow is not with Polysign. This is going to do no damage to Ripple, the company. It could do some damage in terms of this could have been a really cool product that Ripple could have leveraged in the future when they worked with institutions, but it was never being used yet. So I don't think it's setting us back any amount. Just some really weird facts behind this right now. I just wanted to give them to you. When I find out more and I hear more about what's going on here, I will for sure let you know. But right now, it seems to me like there's probably something more than meets the eye here. Probably something going on behind the scenes. I highly doubt this company Polysign with all this interesting IP is just going to disappear, or some other competitor is going to buy them out. I have a feeling Ripple is going to have some strategy to eat this up, or give Polysign the money they need to survive. Let's see what happens though. Overall though, no black swan, nothing bad for Ripple or XRP. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. If you want more access to me, make sure to check out my private Twitter account. I talk with people every day there. It's super cool. If you want more of me also, I do live streams now throughout the week. So if you're not subscribed, you're probably going to miss those. So make sure to subscribe. And for now, Mickle out.